we will talk about the hair care. And in hair care, we have a lot of things. For example, we have oiling, we have shampoo, we have cleansing, for example, the masks, we have the conditioners, we have the serums, we have the hair rinse, we have so many things. But I always request people to use a very simple routine, to use a very simple to live a very simple lifestyle, because it not just saves your pockets, it also saves the environment and your body. So today we are going to make a lot of things, and I'm going to show you some of the recipes, so that you can know, okay, this is how it's going to look. So we start with the hair oil. I'll simultaneously explain also. So for the hair oil, how you have to make it at home is, you need curry patta or curry leaves, that is the meetha neem. You have to take 2 or 1 tablespoon of kalonji seeds. Kalonji is easily available in market. Then you need hibiscus flowers. Hibiscus flowers, if you don't have hibiscus flowers, you can leave it out. It's not necessary. You can, instead of hibiscus flowers, use aloe vera stem. Just chop the aloe vera and add it to the oil. Then you need neem leaves, which is again optional. But if you have severe dandruff, you can, or tick and lice problem, you can use neem leaves. Then you need grated ginger, that is 2 tablespoon. So these are the main ingredients you need. What you have to take is 2 cups of pure coconut oil. You can get it from Kachi Dhani, which is from a place where you get the non-refined oils, and properly in front of you, the person will give you the oils. So take coconut oil in your own container, purchase it in your own container. Don't go for the plastic packed ones. Take a natural coconut oil, 2 cups. Add all the ingredients that have been mentioned, the curry leaves, the kalonji seeds, the hibiscus flowers or the aloe vera stem, then the neem leaves, again optional, and the grated ginger. Aloe vera has to be taken half stem, so at least this much, half stem. So it should be 1 cup, total 1 cup. Okay, so that's the amount you should be taking, and just immerse everything into the oil and keep it on a very low flame. So it would take around 15 to 20 minutes for the curry leaves or the hibiscus flowers to lose their color. And when the curry leaves, which is usually green, it loses the entire color, that's when your oil is ready. Okay, you don't have to overheat it, because if you overheat it, it will eventually denaturate the essential proteins in the oil that has been given off by these ingredients that I've mentioned. And because of the kalonji seeds, your oil may or may not have a little black tinge. Okay, so you don't have to worry if it looks a little brown. Don't worry about it. Then after the oil has been heated and you think that yes, the curry leaves have, faded entirely, just strain the oil into a glass bottle or into an old plastic bottle. Does it it's okay if you're using an old plastic bottle for it, no worries. Just don't use new plastic. Yeah, and keep it for storage, because it has coconut oil, it can also solidify. So whenever you're using it, make sure you take a scoop out and you heat it a little, just a little bit. But if you feel that no, coconut oil doesn't suit my hair because it's comedogenic, or it doesn't suit me, it doesn't suit my scalp, you can even replace it with olive oil. But since olive oil is not it's not something that actually grows in India, and it's very rare that we have olives growing in India, and the olive oil usually comes from outside, from abroad, so it's not a sustainable option because it has a lot of carbon footprint attached to it, because it's coming from outside India. So that way, it is not an ethical option, it's not an ethical ingredient to use. But if you feel I can afford olive oil, I think it's okay to use olive oil because coconut oil doesn't suit me, you can use olive oil. So I have this old tin. So I once purchased the Figaro olive oil, and it comes in this aluminium or steel container. So you can send this for recycling. So even if you're purchasing olive oil, make sure you go for a non-plastic or a glass bottle so that you can reuse it or send it for recycling. So this is how you make your own oil, and you can use it twice a week and keep it for overnight, or you can keep it for one whole day. It does not do anything to your hair other than giving you natural properties of the substances you've added, and you can wash it off after 2-3 days. Now after oiling comes the shampoo part. Okay, so for shampoo, I suggest that you can purchase a shampoo bar always. The shampoo bar is available on various platforms, but the only problem is that conventional shampoo bars also have sodium lauryl sulfates, small corn buds as they call it. So it has those little particles. If you ever look into how to make a proper shampoo bar, you'll see that it has chemicals in it. So we at Kiras, we provide you people and everybody with shampoo bars with hair and body bars. So these uh, shampoo bars actually, they serve a dual purpose. So they can also be used for your body because it's pH balanced, and it can also be used for your hair. Okay, just that after using these bars for your hair, you need to use a conditioner, about which I'll talk next. So, with us at Kiraz, we provide a myriad of shampoo bars which serves different sort of purposes. For example, hibiscus and bhringraj shampoo bar for those who have super frizzy hair, and lemon, ginger, and neem shampoo bar for those who have dandruff issues. Then, for those who have oily hair, we have the orange and grapefruit shampoo bar, Amla Rita Shikakai shampoo bar for deep conditioning. We have a lot of shampoo bars, we have a lot of soap bars, so feel free to make a purchase. And these are all affordable options, they are all under 200 rupees and would stay with you for at least 3 months. That way, you won't even invest into plastic. You would also have a sustainable option given to you. And I think it would be great if you invest your money for something which has a social initiative attached to it. Other than that, coming to the cleaning part, you can also use the soap nut solution, because most of the people back in those days used to use soap nut solution and just add bioenzyme to it for cleaning. But it doesn't take off the oil entirely. So shampoo bars is a perfect alternate for the shampoo bottles with tons of chemicals in it. Now coming to the conditioning part, there are three recipes. So this is the first recipe is Rita powder, aloe vera gel, and warm water. So what you need is you need 3 tablespoons of the Rita powder. So I'll just show how Rita powder actually looks like. When you purchase it from outside, it should have this color. That's when you know that it's a good quality Rita powder. This is how a Rita powder should look like. It is little white in color because of the actual soap nut. When the chilka of the soap nut is removed, that's how it looks. Then, so you needed 3 tablespoons of the Rita powder. Okay, for the first recipe, and then you need 2 tablespoons of the aloe vera gel. So I got this aloe vera gel from one of the Ayurvedic stores here in Jaipur, because they provide 100% organic and chemical free substances. So I always bring my products from there. But you can also source the ones that are commercially available, but please make sure that your aloe vera gel does not have any green coloring in it or any preservative in it, because of these coloring agents and preservatives, you can have, instead of having benefits, you can have the negative consequences. So always use the aloe vera gel that looks this clear. Okay, it has to be this clear. And also you can also use the aloe vera gel from the plants you have at home. Yes, you can use it. You can just use a fresh stem if you have it. So just add 2 tablespoons of the aloe vera gel. For preparing aloe vera gel at home, you need to take the stem, remove the green part from it, as we call it, and just blend it directly in the blender. So you just need to mix the 3 tablespoons of the Rita powder with the 2 tablespoons of aloe vera gel. If you don't have aloe vera gel, or if you feel like I would not like using aloe vera gel, you can also use aloe vera powder. So aloe vera powder is also available in markets, and it also acts as a very good agent for your skin, for your hair. So it's also a good alternative. And please be assured, this recipe can be used both by men, women, and by everyone actually. It's not a gender biased recipe, and it can be used by everyone. It can also be used on kids, and yeah, it's a very safe recipe to use. It doesn't have any chemical at all, and it's also effective. Along with that, now you just need to add 4 or 5 tablespoons of water. It's good if you have, sorry, warm water, so it will also act as a perfect agent. So it would look a little liquidy when you prepare it. See, you can look at the consistency. It looks a little liquidy. So if you want it as a paste, you can add another teaspoon or tablespoon of Rita powder in it. But I use it this way. I use it as a very liquidy thing because it's easy for application also. So just apply this on your hair and keep it for 25 or 20 minutes at least, and then wash it away. And you don't need to actually add anything else to it. Same recipe goes for when you're using shikakai powder. So this is how shikakai looks like. Shikakai powder looks like. It's little brown in color, and it has a very distinct tangy tint. It has a very tangy tint, shikakai. And when you go for the third recipe that has amla in it, it's the same recipe. So what you need is amla powder, 1 tablespoon of aloe vera gel, and water. In the recipe as it's given, the second one says 2 tablespoon of shikakai, aloe vera gel, 4 tablespoon, and 4 to 6 spoons of water. Then the third says amla powder. Again, it has to be 2 tablespoon only, depending on medium hair length, and 2 tablespoons of aloe vera gel, and 5 tablespoons of water. That's all. You can take a screenshot of the recipe if you want. And if you want the recipe to be more a little bit sophisticated, if you want to add some more benefits to it, you can also add neem powder to any of these recipes. And you can also add rose water, because rose water also enhances the follicular growth, and it also softens the hair and brings shine. You can so this is how the amla powder looks like. Amla powder also has a very distinct smell to it, a distinct odor to it. So this is how amla powder looks like. A little coarse then in comparison to the shikakai powder. Other than that, there are some other recipes also for the conditioning, which I will talk about now. You can use neem powder in these recipes. You can use hibiscus powder. So this is my hibiscus powder. I always store it in containers so I know where is my uh, thing. So I would also advise you to keep it this way. So this is how the hibiscus powder looks like. You can prepare it at home, but you can also get it from the market. Make sure you get it in your own container, so it is plastic free packaging and you create no waste at all. This is how hibiscus powder looks like when it's all finely ground. The next recipe involves using the 2 tablespoons of hibiscus powder, 1 tablespoon of neem. You can also use yogurt, but because vegans wouldn't use yogurt, you can use peanut curd also. It has the same way of acting for your hair, because I use it that way. I have been vegan from the last 1.5 years, so that's how I use. The fourth recipe is it's more or less, this was conditioning. Okay, you just need to keep these on your hair for 20 minutes and wash it off after shampoo. Now I'm going to talk about the mask recipes. So since it's not on the slide, I would request you to please note it down immediately. For the masking, you can use two ripe bananas, completely ripe bananas, 1 tablespoon of moringa powder. Moringa is a tree, is a plant actually, which is in the form of a tree, naturally grows in the form of a tree, and the leaves are very very easily available. You can also ingest moringa. It is a good source of calcium. So moringa powder can be used. So 2 ripe bananas and 1 tablespoon of moringa powder, make a fine paste and you can use it. So it's more or less like a mask plus conditioning. So it's like a deep conditioning thing. The fourth recipe is involves how to make your own jelly like conditioner. The fifth recipe actually. So for the jelly like conditioner, you would need fenugreek, or as we call it, methi. So this is my homemade methi powder. If you can see it, it's the methi powder, and it has that characteristic methi smell also. What you have to do to prepare the conditioner, the jelly like conditioner, is take 2 tablespoons of methi, add 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. So I made this apple cider vinegar at home. If you need the recipe, please contact me on my Instagram handle, that is @simply_kiras, and I will give you the recipe, don't worry. So just add 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar to the methi powder, and then add a bit of yogurt to it and a pinch of salt. So I don't have peanut curd right now. Otherwise, I would have shown you how it looks like. So you need to add the peanut curd, 1 tablespoon, and you need to add a pinch of salt, just a pinch of salt. This recipe is perfect recipe for those of you who have a very itchy scalp, who have lice in their hair, who have very dandruff, itchy scalp, and very oily, super oily scalp. So the apple cider vinegar deeply conditions your hair, and you can also it also deeply nourishes the follicles. So I also use apple cider vinegar as my hair rinse after doing the shampoo, using the shampoo. But this mask, in general, has a very good way to deeply nourish the scalp and clean the scalp. Once a week, keep it for 25 to 40 minutes and then just wash it off. Be assured that this fenugreek seeds, if it's not finely grounded, if it's not finely grind, then it would leave some particles in your hair. So make sure you put a very you use a very fine powder of the methi seeds, okay? Because otherwise it would stay in your hair and you would require a lot of water to remove it, a lot of shampoo to remove it, and a lot of rinsing. So yeah, make a fine powder out of it. So hair rinse is actually one of the ways through which you can signal your scalp that okay, now the hair has been cleaned. Now I want you to stay clean. You are saying to your hair that I want you to stay clean and nourished and silky and smooth, and also to have a growth. So you like the rinse that I'm going to talk about right now is going to trigger the growth for your hair. So for those of you who have a very slow hair growth, I think you should definitely go for this recipe. So this one includes using one of the essential oils, that is the rosemary. You can easily get it online. Please always purchase a therapeutic grade essential oil only. Don't go for an essential oil which is not of a therapeutic grade, because it might not be the best thing for your hair, and also it might not be the actual essential oil. So you should always go for the one that has a therapeutic grade. Okay, so what you have to do for this hair rinse is, you need to take 2 cups of water, because we're going to make it we're going to store it in a glass bottle like this one, or you can store it in a plastic bottle, or you can also make it immediately. So you need 2 cups of water. You need chai patti. Yes, you need the chai patti. So it's a black tea rinse that I'm talking about. And you need 5 drops of rosemary essential oil. If you don't have essential oil, but if you can get access to the rosemary leaves only, you can use 2 tablespoons or 1 teaspoon of the rosemary leaves. But that's very difficult to find in India. So take black tea rinse. Take black tea, or make black tea. Use chai patti. Take 2 cups of water. Boil it. Strain it. Add 5 drops of rosemary essential oil. Mix it well. Then, after you've completed your shampoo, your conditioner, just spray it on your hair. Okay, just spray it. You can leave it as it is, or you can again wash your hair after 15 minutes. After spraying, you can again wash your hair. If you don't have a sprayer, just take a little bit in your palm and just like dab it like this. Just dab it so that your hair stays frizz free, and it also it can also signal, it can also give the proper properties for your hair to have a good growth. It's also how you can condition your hair. So for this, one extra thing that I've added from my experience is the grapeseed oil. So grapeseed oil is also available in the market. So I again got it from the Ayurvedic store that I talked about. If you don't have one, you can order online. If not, I think if you don't have grapeseed oil, you can use almond oil also. So you need again just this much water, which is equivalent to 2 cups again. You need to add 4 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, 2 tablespoons of bioenzyme. This is the apple cider vinegar, 4 tablespoons of the apple cider vinegar, 2 tablespoons of the bioenzyme, and just add 5 to 10 drops of the almond oil or the grapeseed oil. And then again, you just need to spray it on your hair or dab it on your hair, and it would be good enough. And just wash it off later, or you can even keep it on. It's your choice according to what suits you. So this is all about DIY hair care, and this is what I do at home, and I have been doing this from the last 1.5 years.